Hello everybody and welcome to some RimWorld. This will be the first of it, and we're going to be starting out doing crash landing. This is a kind of want to say survival game mixed with a real-time strategy where you're just playing as a colony of people, or at least controlling a colony of people trying to survive on a crash landed world. And this is going to be the world. Again, if you want to play the same one, we're playing a seed. This one is Jockstrap, which is intriguing. Be jumping in to this. On the mini-map, you can see things like natural resources and whatnot. You can also see that over here, there's a hostile base of another colony. There are also friendly ones, but I am not seeing them currently on the map. They tend to blend in with the green more, as they are green in color themselves. But usually I want to start near some mountains in a more temperate area, average temperature, average growing season. You're able to grow more often, but this is what's going to be really important here, is your people you're going to get. Here you're going to be able to see what your original colonists are going to be able to do, their strengths, their weaknesses, such as Candace here. She's unable to do dumb labor and she's unable to fight. She's physically sensitive and she's also pretty lazy, but she's good socially, good with animals, and she's artistic as well as a pretty decent researcher, but not exactly one that we're willing to keep. I'm not looking for a cannibal either. So we're going to be going through a few here to try to find a group that's going to work well for us. He's not going to work out too well. Usually want to get a balance of people that are at least able to do everything. Troy here, he's beautiful and he's trigger happy. He's got a couple of wounds, but he's overall pretty useful. He's pretty good at social, decent at construction. The little fires here will show you how well they are able to learn things, such as their desire to. It's a higher chance of, or higher rate of XP gain on leveling up those various different attributes. I might take Troy here. He looks like he's pretty good. He's not incapable of anything, so he's going to be all around decent for us. Jim, he's greedy. If he doesn't have the most impressive bedroom, he's going to get mood lost, and he's physically sensitive. He was a frightened child when he was young, and a construction engineer when he is in adulthood. 57 years old. He's 757 chronological years old. He is unable to do, he's incapable of intellectual, scary, which is firefighting basically, and cooking. He's good at construction, medicine he's alright at, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, we already have a construction guy that's good enough. I'm gonna try to roll for someone who can maybe fight, maybe train animals better, or research. This guy can fight. He has a passion for medicine. He is very good at growing. So he could be our fighter, he could be our grower. He's not good at social, he's not good with animals. He can't firefight or scary. He's a nudist. He's a hard worker, and he's heat tolerant though. Is that worth having someone who, if he's wearing clothes or armor, is going to be angry? I don't know. We still need animals. We don't need social. We would need animals. We'd need a little bit more medicine. Construction, I think we've already got. We would need a decent cook, a miner. Definitely need someone that's pretty decent at mining and research, as well as crafting. I think I'm going to reroll him. Try to see if we can get someone that's pretty well around. I don't want a nervous psychopath. That's very hard to manage and keep out of going crazy. Medical's good with him. Research, he's got a burning desire, but he's not too great. He's a slowpoke, so he's going to move slowly, and those are his only two things, so. And we're looking for someone. We've already got one who's pretty bad at fighting. We want someone who's good with animals, good construction, good artistic, great shot, can't do dumb labor, he's naturally upbeat. He's good at everything except for he's kind of injured, and he is incapable of doing dumb labor, which is a huge part of at least the early game. And when you've only got 3 people, it's kind of a hard thing to get over. Good research, good growing, and good medicine. She doesn't like alcohol, and she's a psychopath. She also feels no mood boost for socializing. Dumb labor, crafting, and cooking. Yeah, she'd be great if she could do dumb labor. This one, optimist, chemical interest, social drink. She just can't do dumb labor. And she drinks a lot. Crafting, she can fight. Social's pretty decent. Everything else is kind of off. She's lazy. I don't want to have to go through too many of these, but I'm looking for someone pretty decent. They can fight and still do some other stuff. He's got a burning passion for learning. Abrasive, dislikes men, and no. Careful, shoot, lazy, jealous. No. Research is good. Physically sensitive and industrious. I like industrious. Physical sensitivity is not that bad. Research is great. Crafting is great. She can learn how to cook. She at least can fight. I think we'll keep Isabel. Then we'll go for, what are we missing? Animals, medicine, cooking. Let's skip on cooking. Animals, medicine, mining, and artistic. Artistic's not that big of a deal. Animals, none on medicine. Medicine's probably the biggest out of those. And growing. We need a grower too. Medicine and growing. Cooking doesn't hurt. It's a pretty wide net to be casting though, to try to get one person to do all that. Artistic research is good. Medicine is okay. Growing leaves a little to be desired. Great medicine. She's too smart and she's jealous though. Good medicine. He's steadfast, optimistic. He can't do dumb labor, but he's good at research, artistic, medicine, melee fighting. He's a decent socialite. He can't construct. Everyone else can. But mining is very low, which we need mining too. Research, crafting, melee. At least he has slightly quicker growing with mining. Cooking, research. What do we want here? Cooking is good, construction's good, we don't want that. Growing, medicine's not great. Growing is good, but no medicine. Medicine, growing still not great. Come on. Medicine, research is alright. She's a nudist, fast walker, she doesn't have any other problems, except for the cryo sleep sickness. Medicine is okay. Construction is okay. Mining is good. Research is good. I think I'm going to take her too. Just round us out. We don't have a good grower. But I guess Troy can learn. Maybe we can find someone that can grow. And let's start this up. The reason I was looking for a higher grower there is if you have a grower over 8, you can grow heal root, which is basically the early game medicine that's going to keep your guys going if they get injured. And here is where we're going to start. If you've ever played Prison Architect, this is a bit similar, at least aesthetically. We're definitely not going to be doing wood structures. What we're first going to do is we're going to zone off some areas. We're going to dump around here where we don't really go that often because it kind of depresses them to go into their dumping area where they're going to put like rocks and bodies and stuff. Stockpile. We don't want a dumping stockpile. We want a regular stockpile. No. Regular stockpile. Alright. We're going to do that 7x7. That's going to be for the crafting materials and other stuff. And this one is going to be another 7x7, but this one's going to be for food. And we're gonna get it refrigerated. So turn off everything except for food. Don't allow rotten food. No corpses. This one, we're not gonna get corpses either. No body parts. Apparel, weapons, items, raw resources, materials, just no foods. Nothing rotten in that either. That gets dumped. This has a higher priority. And then we are going to start building some structures for our dudes, so they have somewhere to sleep tonight. First one, I'm going to do a 7x9 here. Actually, might as well break down this wall because there's nothing that it's going to be used for. because we want it connected to our storage area so we can just have a door to go into it. The problem is I built the storage area a little bigger than the housing, so it's going to be a little weird looking, but that's fine. Don't want steel doors. I want to keep the steel for later. Wood's easier to get, at least in the early game. 3 doors is fine. Then what else we can do is we can, of course, have them build some beds for each other. Wood, once again. A little space. We eventually want to get them their own bedrooms. And then, we don't want to do that quite yet. We're going to have them cut wood, at least around their base, so that we can get the wood to produce the buildings we want to. We're not going to worry about flooring until the buildings are done. We're going to allow them to touch the steel and move it. All the steel. All the stuff around them we're going to allow them to haul into the base. And we're going to... Oh, we got a little husky. We're going to give our best shooter the rifle, and the second best... Well, he's not great, but he has the ability to grow faster. Him, and then she can have a knife. We have our silver, that's going to be our basic currency. And then, of course, wood. And medicine's kind of important. Eli. I want him to train as haul, because the faster we can get the dog to haul stuff instead of our guys, it's going to be a lot quicker. We have... No one's incapable of dumb labor, so we can all just work on hauling for now. It's manual priorities. Everybody can do everything. That is pretty good for the beginning. You can have them all be able to chop wood with emphasis on who is the worst constructor right now. 3, 5, 3. Okay. So she's going to be also constructing. Going to lower our plant cut down to 3, but Isabel's going to be a plant cutter mostly. Who has the best animal skills? Going to tie between Isabel. She'll be second on handling. Patient, if they're injured, I want them getting bed rest. Firefighting is beyond the most important, because if we let fire get out, we're in a lot of trouble. Cleaning, I want them to clean, but that's not going to be the major focus early on. And then growing. Once I get growing zones, I want him to grow primarily. Probably do that on day 2, because I want the main focus here to be setting up a colony, getting everything ready. So far so good. Isabella's cutting wood to get more. And then these guys are just starting building. Eventually this area is going to be refrigerated, so that we can preserve food longer. These berry bushes are going to get not cut, I want them harvested, but apparently they're not ready to harvest. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to have them build wooden floors in each of these buildings. After the beds, that means these rocks are going to be hauled. Luckily they look to be building the beds pretty early on compared to everything else, which is important. Because if they don't have room to sleep tonight, they're not going to be in the best mood. And really, the early days are going to be about just building up our base, making sure we can generate food for ourselves, making sure we can cook, get everything set up, and set up some growing zones in the next couple days, and then we will focus more on research advancement and whatnot. Let's observe around us while they are doing that. Do we have any steel? Oh, there's some steel. Okay. Steel, some machine parts. Up here we've got, what, marble? Yeah. Okay, so we got some pretty good stuff around us. Our buildings are pretty close to being completed. Let's go ahead and pause before it gets too late. We want to make sure we at least finish walls, so I'm going to have him... Not... Where is the one who's supposed to be cutting wood? I want her to cut wood above everything else, because we need more wood. Yeah, it's Isabella. She should go cut that wood. Nope, she's gathering iron still. Okay, India's going to cut the wood. Okay. Both cutting wood. Good. He kind of needs meat to train, so it'll be a little while. If everyone's cutting wood, then the room should be finished quite a bit sooner. I'd rather have the walls complete and then filling them out than worrying about the joy and stuff, because I'd rather them sleep in an enclosed room than a room that's fully floored and emptied out. Somebody prioritize building the walls. I don't care if there's floors as much as I care there's walls. I want it to be enclosed and I want there to be roofs before you go to bed. There we go. So now these two rooms are full. This will be walled off soon enough, but I want this to be first because eventually that's going to be refrigerated for the food. Troy, I want you to clean up. I'm going to have Troy clean real quick because I don't like there being vomit in their bedroom. So I'm going to designate Troy as the cleaner for now. I'd rather you prioritize cleaning up inside, but that's fine. Alright, now that there's no more vomit, I'll set cleaning back to 3. Where's the other one? Yeah, you should probably get to bed after you eat, I guess. Is she a night owl? No, she's just a nudist and a fast walker. So they're doing pretty decent. We've got some buildings. I'm actually going to turn this down speed to build up some more plans for the morning. I want to build... This stuff doesn't need to be inside. It's fine. It'll slowly deteriorate, but it won't before anything big happens. At least the medicine probably will. But it'll take a little while. So, what I'm going to do now... Oh, we don't have enough machine parts, but we could have enough machine parts if we just have them go and get them. Gonna have a battery built inside of their bedroom. It's not preferable. Eventually they'll move out decently soon. But for now, that's a pretty big priority. Can we build a wood chest table just to make them happy? I want to avoid them getting too depressed early on. So let them play chess at least, then build a table in one of the other rooms. Probably build this stockpile in a living room soon. Then also, let's put a little growing area so they can have a nice garden to get some food from. Try to at least make it a little symmetric. There we go. Okay, 2's good enough for now. Potatoes is fine. I'll do rice, and then we'll do strawberries in another one, actually. 6x6 area. Get some strawberries. And then we can have a garden growing, we can haul, we can build a solar panel and some stuff to make him not so depressed all the time. Then we can set up some mining operations after everything is prepped. Speed him up a little bit. This is a nice base for maybe a bedroom or a living area or something. Just so they can have some pool tables and whatnot in there. He's just relaxing for now, that's fine. Early in the morning, just give him time to relax. I'm glad that, well, she's working now pretty well. Once that chess table's up, they'll have something to do with their time that they'll enjoy. Make them a bit happier. Troy's picking berries in the gardening area. Isabella's hauling iron to build the battery. Good. So those batteries get up. I'm going to build a smaller room. We build a little... Wait, why can't we build wood walls? Because we don't have any wood? Well then, we are going to chop some more wood. There we go. And we're going to build a smaller building once we get that wood. Isabella's working on that. India's working on that. Isabella's hauling stuff. Now she's going to chop some wood. Then we'll eventually build up a working room, probably maybe up in the front to butcher stuff, cook, what have you. That way we can hunt, make some food, do all that good stuff. have... Oh, at least we've done obedience training on him. So we've started working on getting this guy good. Who's his trainer? Isabel? I thought Isabel wasn't the best with animals. I guess she's alright. It's progressing at least. Once he gets to haul, we can have them focus on more skilled labor than just the hauling. Right. We need a power connection between the solar panel and the battery so it starts charging the battery up. So India, yeah, our construction's going up pretty well. She's been our main constructor. Now we've got a lot of wood ready. We can build some wood walls. Slow this down so I can plant it before they go too crazy. And should we do it to the right? I think we'll do it to the right before we branch out forward. I'm going to cancel this one. Build a wood wall going in here. Now eventually we're going to start getting raided, and the way I have this set up is we're in permadeath mode, so if we lose a colonist, I want to have you prioritize that, but go ahead and finish. If we lose a colonist, we can't go back and undo the save. It's final. Which is kind of scary, but at the same time makes it a little more fun. I don't have to worry about thinking that I could have done something better when it's all final. It doesn't really matter because you're not going to be able to go back and change it. India was wooed by Troy but rejected the advance. Uh-oh. Hopefully you guys play nice. She's trying to train the dog but probably doesn't have any food for it. Yeah, she's training him without food. Oh, she's training him with berries. Hopefully get some training. It'd be good to get that up. And it's nice that she's working on her animal skill too. We're going to start getting that room filled. Battery isn't charging yet. Did she finish the conduit? No? You prioritize the conduit first. Still cutting the wood. She tried to train the dog. It didn't work out too well. Troy's also cutting wood. Once this is done, we can start yeah, it's finally starting to charge. We don't really need, until we get the butchering table and stuff up and running, we don't really need this to be done because that runs the cooler in here that's going to allow us to refrigerate the meat and the food that we make. But next time, we are going, or on the next day, we're going to probably get that up and running. It takes us a lot of wood to make floors, which is kind of not great because we're putting a bunch of resources, but at the same time, Isabel's cutting a bunch of wood. We have more than enough. That's going to be the last room we need until we start expanding around the medicine area. That medicine has quite a bit of time until it's gone, but at the same time, I don't want to lose medicine. So far, we're doing a pretty good. Kind of want to get a wind turbine up and running too, even though it takes some resources. Just the ability to be able to generate power at night is very nice. I think we'll eventually get one going there, but right now we should have enough just doing that once we fill this up. Because we're only running one cooler. It's only spring, so that's good. We have, what, 14 meals? So it's prep for a butcher's table here. Yeah, it's midnight. We can do this in a quick time and still probably get it done. We want a butcher's table. Can't do an electric stove yet because we need electricity for that. And I don't want to do a fuel stove because I don't want to continually have to put forth food or wood. I want to start a research bench now. There. And then whoever's a decent hunter can hunt a squirrel. Not an alpaca, not a tortoise, another squirrel. Not that. Also haul this steel because steel's good to have. Any other stuff around here that we can't haul that would be very useful? No, that's about it. Alright, so other than that, who's our major hunter? Troy? Troy has a gun, right? Oh yeah, he's got the rifle. So Troy's going to focus on hunting, since growing's already done. India's going to finish up construction after she goes for a walk. And eventually we'll start butchering. I would rather you didn't just start shooting away while there are people walking in front of you. Yeah, at least he's getting his shooting skill up by hunting like that. Now, I want temperature, I want a cooler, facing the opposite direction, right over here. And I want power conduits connecting to it. Through the walls fine. There we go. Then set this up to where we will butcher creatures until we don't have any more to butcher. So basically forever. There we go, you finally killed the rat. You are not the greatest shot in the world. Who is our cook? Isabel, and she doesn't have anything to do, so we'll have her cook as number 1. India is not really progressing very well. Yeah, Isabel's gonna butcher stuff. She's already started butchering, which is good. Yeah, power conduits connect to the cooler, so now we can cool this down to, let's say, 20 degrees, below freezing, so when the doors don't open, it doesn't automatically just get warm again. Can we have you hunt an ostrich, get some more meat? Go and hunt the raccoon too. Just go and hunt some stuff. Get a nice storage of meat now that we're able to refrigerate. Eventually I want to get 2 solar panels, or 3 solar panels and 2 batteries, but first... Did it work? Oh, he's still doing it? Yeah, 1 of 8. Now, I don't know who's our researcher, I just know that we want to trade with our visitors if we can. Doesn't look like we can. Please don't shoot our visitors while you're hunting, Troy. It's happened before and it does not go over very well. Apparently people don't like being shot while they're visiting you. It's amazing, I'd prefer if you guys haul this. Haul them? Yeah, there you go, Isabel. And we're also, while we're at it, going to start some research on stone cutting. It's quick and it allows us to build structures that don't burn down easily. If it gets any closer to them... Okay, stop. I don't want you hunting around the guests. Go sit right next to it, and now you can hunt it. There you go. It's up to 5 now. Making progress to 6. And we're almost good on our main structure. Should have enough power to make it through the night. These are refrigerated and they're about to get frozen in a few more degrees. Troy is still trying to shoot ostriches. Well, at least if he keeps missing, he continually just gains skill level, I suppose. Are you eating our food too? Oh, they had food with them. Okay. I was gonna say, geez. Before we go, I'm gonna set up some plans for next time. We're gonna get the electric stove up and running to cook some food, or cook some meals at least. We already have the chess table. What's everybody's mood at? We're rising in wealth, kind of slowly on day 2 because we're just mainly building up. Our mood level is up in the 60s, which is good. What is on? He's not Eli's master. She wants an animal to be bonded to her. It's dark. It's okay. Feeling good. No apparent reason. I'm just feeling good right now. Joy filled. Had a great time here recently. She played some chess. Fine meal. I don't think that's gonna last. New colony. Very low expectations. So eventually it's going to get worse, but for now, we're doing pretty well. We got lots of meats thanks to, well, I guess thanks to Troy trying to hunt. And yeah, we're gonna be set up pretty well to start making progress and getting stockpiled some stuff up. Probably work on getting a little more wood. I'm gonna zone off some areas to mine some steel over here. And some components. Don't want to mine too deep because there's stuff that you don't really want to find, at least right now. See where miner is before we go here. Miner, India. So when she is not constructing, she'll be mining. Then, yeah, everything else is not great. Well, she'll be doctor number 1. If anyone gets injured, I want her taking care of them instead of worrying about anything else. What are you doing? Oh, you're going to construct the stove. That's cool. I'd rather you go to sleep now so it's not using electricity. Why are you still shooting from over here? Oh, you actually hit it finally. That's cool. I didn't want it using our electricity, but I'm going to have her turn it off as soon as we get to it. Visitors are leaving. That's good. Okay. Well, that's fine. Where are you bringing the ostrich? Oh, you're going to butcher it. Okay. Butcher and then go to bed. Got some leather, got some meats. And there we go. So, through the first few days, we have set up pretty decently. We got our refrigerated area. For some reason, our dog's sleeping in the freezer, which I'd assume is not too healthy for him. He's finally getting trained to haul, so he's going to be able to move stuff around for us. We haven't been raided yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happens soon. It's going on summer very quickly. But we've got a nice little supply chain going. I'm going to start researching, trying to advance on the next time. Thank you all for watching, and hope to see you all again.